You've landed at Ritualistically Botanica, and you're right here on the eve of that very eerie full moon in Capricorn. Let's talk about it. Everybody's talking about the full moon tomorrow. Yes, ma'am, it is a full moon, and yes, it is in Capricorn. But here's the part a lot of people are not talking about, probably because they don't know about it. This full moon is at 8 degrees and 14 minutes of Capricorn. Now that matters. Did you know there is something in astrology called a decan? Well, let me tell you, because apparently we are doing school tonight. Every zodiac sign has 30 degrees, not 1 through 30. No. Astrology starts at 0. So each sign goes from 0 degrees to 29 degrees, and those 30 degrees are divided into 3 sections of 10 degrees each. Those sections are called decans. They are also called faces. So when this full moon comes in at 8 degrees and 14 minutes of Capricorn, that puts it in the first decan of Capricorn. And the first decan of Capricorn belongs to Jupiter. Now, hold that in your hand for a second, because Capricorn itself is ruled by Saturn. And Saturn is the lean one, the mean one, the dark lord himself. Saturn rules time, bones, boundaries, consequences, discipline, responsibility, grief, old age, pressure, and all the things nobody wants to deal with until life snatches the blanket off and says, get up. So here comes the moon, the emotional one, the body, the mother, the feeling place, sitting in Capricorn in Saturn's house. That is not exactly soft and fluffy. That is not a full moon where everybody just gets to charge a jar of water, twirl around in the yard, and call that emotional maturity. This is a moon that says, are we done avoiding the thing yet? But here's the mercy. Because this particular degree is not only in Jupiter's decan, it is also in something called the Egyptian bounds, also called the terms. The bounds are another old traditional system where different sections of a sign are given to different planets. And this degree of Capricorn, 8 degrees 14 minutes, also falls under Jupiter. That's Jupiter twice. So yes, Saturn rules Capricorn. And yes, Saturn owns the house. Yep. Saturn is sitting there with his little ledger, his black robe, and his unpaid emotional invoices, but Jupiter is also standing right there. And Jupiter is the great benefic. That means Jupiter is grace, mercy. Jupiter is protection. Jupiter is release. And Jupiter is the blessing that shows up when you thought the whole damn lesson was just going to be hard. So Saturn may be the ruler of the sign, but Jupiter has authority over this exact part of the sky. And that matters, because this moon is not just about discipline, ambition, responsibility, and getting your life together. This moon has mercy in it. It has release in it. It has a way out. Now, here is where it gets even more interesting. According to degree theory, Google that, the 8th degree carries a Scorpio tone. Scorpio. And everybody loves to make Scorpio about sex, secrets, obsession, revenge, black magic, and whatever dramatic velvet nonsense people are whispering about this week. But Scorpio is also grief, deep grief, old grief. The kind of grief you thought you already dealt with, except it still shows up at the edge of the bed at 3 in the morning asking if you remember. And let me tell you something. Grief is love that has nowhere else to go. Sometimes we hold on to grief because it feels like the last connection we have to the person, the place, the dream, the life, or the version of ourselves that is gone. And then we start telling ourselves a story. If I let this go, I am betraying them. If I stop hurting, it means I stopped loving. If I become light again, it means what happened did not matter. No, darling, that is not love. That is a prison with sentimental wallpaper. You are not betraying the love by letting go of the weight. You are not betraying the memory by putting down the stone. You are not required to suffer forever to prove that something mattered. And just so you understand why Capricorn is involved here, Capricorn has 2 faces. People forget about that. There's the mountain goat. That is the one climbing the highest, steepest, most narrow path, the one standing on the edge of a cliff like gravity is just a suggestion. That is Capricorn, focused, determined, precise, unshakable. But Capricorn is also the sea goat, the one who can go down into the depths, into pressure, into grief, into sorrow so heavy it feels like you cannot breathe. And this full moon is touching both. It may take you down into something deep, but it also gives you the strength to climb back up. So if something comes up for you under this moon, if some old grief, some old ache, some old heartbreak, some old responsibility that was never yours rises to the surface, do not panic. That is the moon showing you what is ready to be released. It's not the love, it's the weight. It's not the memory, it's the stone. So here's what I want you to do for this full moon. Get yourself a shell. Any shell. I wear a shell for times like this. Yes, a shell. Because shells are the bones of water, darling. You did not know water had bones? Well, now you do. Calcium. Shells. The sea remembers. Take that shell and speak into it. Speak the grief into it. Speak the pain into it. Speak the betrayal, the abandonment, the rejection, the responsibility that was never yours to carry. And if this grief is connected to someone who has passed on, especially someone who hurt you while they were here, then say it plainly. Wherever you are, may you resolve this with your God, but I am not carrying it anymore. Then write a letter, a real letter. It doesn't have to be long. It's not a performance, not something cute for the internet. Write a letter to what you need to release. Write about the pain, the grief, the wound. Short. Write it to the person if you need to. Write to the part of yourself that has been holding the whole thing together with duct tape, silence, and sheer stubbornness. Name what happened, what hurt, what was never yours, and then hand it back. Under the full moon, take your shell and your letter, speak into the shell. Let the shell hold the words. Let the shell hold the tears. Let the shell hold the thing your body is tired of carrying. Then read that letter out loud under the moon. And when you are done, burn it safely. Safely, darling. I do not want anybody setting the patio furniture on fire and blaming me on TikTok. Burn the letter. Watch it turn to ash. And when it's done, wipe your hands like you're shaking off dust. Because that is what you are doing. You are shaking off what was never yours to keep. You are releasing the weight, not the love. The love stays. The pearls stay. The memory can stay. The blessing can stay. But the stone goes. That is this full moon, a grieving moon, a mercy moon, a release moon, and yes, a strawberry moon. A moon that says, keep the love, release the weight, lay down the stone, keep the pearls, and let Jupiter do what Jupiter does. Bring grace where Saturn brought pressure. Bring release where grief became heavy. Bring mercy where your heart got tired of carrying what should have been set down a long time ago. That's it. That's all I've got for you. Bye now.